In this video, we'll be taking a look at the Imperial Pilot Legacy Phase 2 Evolutions Pack for the Legacy Collection. This was towards the very end of the Legacy Collection in the red and white packaging. It's a very nice set. I did review the Phase 1 pack previously, so I would recommend checking that out. And this is a great continuation of that. Unfortunately, we never got a Phase 3 pack. With the Rebel Pilot Legacy packs, we got 3 of them. And this one we just got 2. So I got this back in 2010, I think. I actually got this on clearance at my Walmart. I had a gift card, and I forget exactly what the price of it was, but I know I only had like $20, $25 on the gift card. And I bought this, and I still had some left over on the gift card, so it was probably less than $20 I spent for this. And they had a whole bunch of them in a bin, just basically in the clearance aisle, the toy section. And they had this set, and then they had some of the Droid Factory 2-packs. And then I think they had the Rebel Pilot Legacy. It was either the Phase 2 or Phase 3 pack, I forget which. But I wish I got that pack back in the day, but I didn't. But I am glad I got this one. It's a very nice pack. I've pretty much have showed these action figures off on the channel before, but these are slight modifications of those. Obviously, this TIE Fighter pilot here, I've showed off numerous times before. The only thing that's really different about him is maybe the helmet. It's a little bit more generic. But I think he is a specific character as a TIE Fighter pilot. I forget his name. I don't think it's Lieutenant Oxio. Not sure if that's him specifically or if it's a different one. But they just labeled him as a generic TIE Fighter pilot on the package. For this Republic gunship pilot here is what they named him. A very unique action figure. I think this is another Hasbro concept that never showed up in any media. I have showed this off on the channel before, specifically some Republic gunship videos I've done. He looks great with it. I do have multiples of these now. Tungori got a whole bunch of them in within the last year, and I went ahead and loaded up on several of them. Would like to do that with the Phase 1 version, this one here. I have not had an opportunity yet. It's nice to be able to get several of these. Then, of course, we have the Shadow Clone Pilot in the Phase 2 armor. We did get this in the Revenge of the Sith line, and this is just an upgrade of that. I do not have any of the Revenge of the Sith ones, but I would like to get them at some point. And I used to own the Shadow Arc 170 Fighter. I have mentioned that before. So I would like to reacquire that. And at the time I did have it. I did utilize this clone pilot to go along with it. And he looked pretty good in it. Anyways, let's just take a closer look at each of these. So I'm not sure if this is specifically a Republic clone pilot or a Imperial clone pilot. This is kind of in that era where it's very late Republic, early Empire, or at least that's the impression I get. Like I said, it does not show up, or this pilot does not show up in any media source that I'm aware of. And I haven't been able to find any. So I suppose you can use your imagination. I think he would look really good in the command gunship. Would like to get that to load up on some stormtroopers. I think this pilot might fit along with that. Very nice helmet sculpt, very unique. Nothing like we've seen with clone pilots or clone troopers in general before. Then it's a very unique color scheme he has with this green, like an olive green, and then the red. It's just on the shoulders and on the helmet there. It does have, I think that might be the Republic logo. Yeah, that probably is. This is pretty much the same body as the Phase 1 pilot from the first Imperial Pilot Legacy pack. Not really a lot of newness to it other than the paint and then the helmet. It does have a removable helmet, the Bodie Taylor head. It's very nice. The paint looks pretty good on it. And this is one piece. You can't take the control box off from the helmet. And it does not plug into the chest there. That's alright. As far as articulation is concerned, he does have the ball joint in the neck, then hinge shoulders, elbows, swivel wrists, nothing in the waist, swivel hips, hinge knees, and hinged ankles. For weapons, he does have this more modified DC-15 blaster rifle, which is very nice. Mine's a little bent there, unfortunately. I think it's always been that way. Interesting for these clone pilots, Hasbro included this newer version, but then this one's a little bit different, I think. For the traditional Phase 2 clone pilots, they gave the older style. Then for the next clone pilot here, this is just a repaint of the Captain Jag, I think. This action figure right here. Close to being a repaint. I did mention one thing I wish was a little bit improved is that they made the helmets a little bit bigger. I think on this Shadow one here, it's just ever so slightly bigger. Seems like it fits on his head better, but still, it's a little too small. And you can see they did do some modifications where they did the... It's hard to tell if that's the Republic symbol or the Imperial symbol. Of course, the all-black scheme. I think for his helmet, it's a little bit easier to take off. Let's see if we can do that here real quick. Yeah. Much easier. It's a lot harder plastic, too. The other one, for Captain Jag here, it's much more squishy. Yeah, I don't want to tug on those tubes too much. But it doesn't seem like they're removable. I think this is supposed to be the Tamora Morrison head. Instead he has the gray wrapping, or darker gray. Yeah, this fits much better over his head. Really like this black color scheme. It's very nice. Wouldn't mind getting a few more of these. We'll probably get some of the Revenge of the Sith ones at some point. In terms of his accessories, you can count the helmet, and of course, DC-15 rifle. This one's much lighter gray compared to what we normally get. And does seem to be a little bit different. The grip here seems a little bigger. It fits good in his hand. Yeah, that kind of looks like an Imperial logo. So if you have the Imperial V-Wing that's in the black color scheme, this guy would be perfect for that. It's very expensive on the aftermarket. And we have the TIE Fighter pilot. Like I said, we've pretty much have talked about this action figure many times before on the channel. Just recently, even with the unboxing of the Legacy Collection TIE Fighter. But this was the very first TIE Fighter pilot I ever owned in my collection, actually. Prior to 2009, 2010, I can't think of owning one at all. Did have plenty of clone pilots, but nothing for the Empire. So this was the guy that started it all. So as you can see, usually I think Lieutenant Oxio has the silver stripes on him. This one does have some gray stripes, which that kind of hints to me that he is a named character. They're much more subtle. It does have the Imperial logos at the top here. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the TIE Fighter pilots. I know a lot of people make fun of this mold now or criticize it, saying it's out of date, but personally I think it holds up. Quite frankly, how articulated of a TIE Fighter pilot do you need anyway? And this guy pretty much meets all that criteria. And he does have the Imperial logos on each shoulder. Can take his helmet off as well. I think it's pretty much one piece as well. As you can see, it's the clone head underneath. I think this is supposed to be more of a Bodhi Taylor one. A pretty standard thing for the time. And this was reutilized for the TVC version and with the photoreal. You do plug in the chest box there. Nice colors on that. In terms of his articulation, he does have the ball joint at the head, and shoulders, elbows, swivel wrists, swivel waist, swivel hips, and then hinge knees and nothing in the ankles. That's all right. In terms of the weapons, it's the standard TIE Fighter pilot blaster here. Nothing too fancy. And as always, fits well in his holster. But anyways, I think that's all I can tell you about this set. Would I recommend it for your collection? I totally would. It's a great way to add some more pilots to your collection. You get 3 fantastic pilots. Of course, I've had this set for many years now, so I cherish it greatly. But you know, you can always use more TIE Fighter pilots. You can always use a Shadow clone pilot. And then this concept art one. Of course, if you have Republic gunships, this is a great guy to have piloting those. But happy they're a part of my collection. As far as this price is concerned, it is a little bit more expensive a pack compared to the Phase 1 Imperial Pilot Legacy pack. But I don't think it's too much more. It's not the worst or the most expensive Evolutions pack out there, but it's not the cheapest either. So if you hunt around for a good deal, you should be able to find one. But anyways, that concludes this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for plenty more reviews in the future. There'll always be more to come. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all your support. And check out some links in the description if you haven't done so already. And as always, thanks for watching.